Healing from spiritual abuse is possible. It's not linear, it's messy, but it is possible. And it starts with realizing that it was not God who harmed you, but people who used his name to manipulate you. This is the first step. So first step is becoming aware of what spiritual abuse is. A lot of people who get abused in spiritually abusive environment don't know the difference between spiritual abuse and actual spirituality. They don't understand which part was abused. They know that something was wrong because I was distressed, but which part was actually abused and which was for their own good, they are not able to identify that. So read and hear about spiritual abuse by the content that is created, the articles that are written, the scholarly articles that are written by psychologists who understand the psychology of spiritual abuse, why it happens, how it happens, and how it affects the survivors. So become aware. When you become aware, you are able to separate spirituality from spiritual manipulation. That's the first step. Then identity rebuilding. In a spiritually abusive environment, your identity gets fused with your group's identity, and when you leave your group, you don't know who you are, because your thoughts, your beliefs, your desires, your feelings, your rights, your wrongs, everything become fused with the entire group. You thought on behalf of the group, you felt, you even acted on behalf of group, and now when you're not a part of that group, you don't know who I am. You become so disconnected from yourself. So rediscovering personal values, preferences, and free wills will help you become more aware of yourself, and it will help you rebuild your autonomy. So rebuild your autonomy. Try to take small day-to-day decisions without feeling guilty. Even if guilt shows up, let it come, let it be there, but still take your decisions, small decisions: what to wear, what to eat, where to go, where to buy your groceries from, which brand to try for any grocery item. Start small, and you can start to gradually take bigger decisions of your life as well without feeling guilty. You can research resources if you want, but try to take decisions by yourself. Do not seek external guidance. So this is how you can rebuild your identity. Then emotional healing, it's very important because you're emotionally hurt. So you need to process the guilt, the shame, the grief that you're carrying from the manipulation that you went through, and also learn how to be compassionate for yourself. Then cognitive healing, healing the psychological aspect, the psychological harm that was caused you, that is causing you confusion and problems having thoughts, that will help you. So challenging internalized doctrines, trying to identify which are the internalized doctrines, which are my own thoughts, and rebuilding critical thinking and intuition, and start to trust your intuition, your gut feelings once again. If your gut feeling says something, try to go with it and see what happens. Give it a try and start to think critically once again. Then relational healing, healing your relationship with society, with other people, and rebuilding relationships once again. Uh, slowly learn to trust other people. Try to communicate, try to socialize while setting your own boundaries. It's important to go out, meet people, bond with them, spend time with them, but also set boundaries so that you do not get manipulated once again by anyone else. And finding safe communities or mentors is also important, but do that, go for another community, a new community, only when you are completely healed. And there are also some red flags to avoid while finding a new community. I have included all these things in my book. If you want, you can read my book. I have suggested step-by-step method. There is everything: how to become aware of spiritual abuse, how to rebuild identity, how to do the emotional healing thing, how to do the cognitive healing, then relational healing, and at last how to do the spiritual healing, which means reconnecting with God on your own terms, developing a relationship that is personal, your personal relationship, your internal relationship with God, that is not enslaved to a community or to a leader or to any person. Having a personal relationship with God, it allows you to reclaim spirituality on your own terms. You can even try, if you feel triggered by the rituals, the your scriptures and everything else, because at some times they were used to abuse you or manipulate you, and now you have the realizations that those things were used to abuse me, or those things remind me of the abusive episodes. Then you can leave all those rituals altogether and try something new. There are so many paths that lead to God. Your ex community was not the only one holding copyright to God. There are so many. You can even develop your own personal relationship, like most of the people in the world do. Most of the people have their own personal relationship with God, through which they can connect and communicate with God. You can do that. If you're buying my book, I have dedicated one special chapter entirely to how to reconnect with God once again on your terms, in a safe way, to so that the the thirst that you could be facing after leaving a spiritually abusive community, and the fear that you could be having, that what if I have lost my path to God completely, what if I have lost spirituality at all, what if I will never be able to connect to God now, because everything related to spirituality, or and every ritual, everything triggers my trauma memories. And will I ever be able to heal again spiritually? Will I ever be able to reconnect with God again? So I'm telling you that it is very much possible. A lot of people have done that, and you can do that too. If you want to know more about spiritual abuse, how it happens and how it affects people, follow my channel so that you can get new videos every week for understanding spiritual abuse, how it affects people, and how you can heal from it. You can also buy my book, and it has covered all the aspects of spiritual abuse. This video with anyone who you think might need to know these things. Bye. Take care.